Team Dynamic!
Dynamic.
Go team! Go team! Go team!
Dynamic here representing. Right, today we are going to basically cover one of the phenomenal trainings that we're getting from ILN and Vincent Jr. Ortega. I am so excited to share this stuff with you. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly show you the notes that I've been taking from the actual training itself, and then I wrote some kind of notes to share with everyone on my perspective of basically viral law number 1 is the future results. So Vincent Jr. Ortega from ILN, one of the ILN co-founders, he basically covers the power of looking ahead into the future, clarifying your vision, and it kind of goes into how the truth of the matter is, like, if you can't visualize where you want to go, it's very likely that you end up somewhere else. That's just the honest truth. So what we want to do is understand the power behind those words, and the simple fact that for us to get to where we want to get to, we really need to know where we want to get to. Hope that makes sense, and I'm just going to kind of move on through the little notes that I have here. So we've kind of covered clarify your vision. That's very, very important. A quick tip in terms of promoting your business. A lot of us, like, we're all in ILN, but this can kind of apply to any person in any business, whether it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, other internet marketing opportunities. This training can sink in with their whatever they're doing in their business also. So a quick tip that I've got for everyone is when promoting the business, wherever that might be, Team Dynamic, we're basically here when we empower people. You know, we're going through this phenomenal training where we're a community of like-minded individuals. Everyone has their own skill set. We're kind of getting together and we're all sharing, you know, bits and bobs, and like we're empowering the whole team as a whole. You know, and if some kind of going back to Vincent's training, he kind of talks about the speed of a leader and consistency, and he talks about action, and consistency, action, and speed is key to making any business successful, you know, and one of the most important things that I personally would add to that is that we need to take 100% responsibility for our own successes and our own failures. You know, often we get a lot of people that will kind of go into this blame the world mode, which in actual fact, it's not the business, it's never the opportunity, and it's never the product. You know, and we might not gel with a specific opportunity, we might not gel with a specific product, but we have to work on our personal development and understand that we are empowering ourselves. And by surrounding yourself with a team like Team Dynamic, you're getting the energy from all of us, and that's going to create your own energy. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not anyone's boss here. We're just, you know, we're like-minded. We're partnered up, and we're basically people that are all working together towards a similar goal. Kind of going back to some of the stuff that Vincent Ortega, can you guys see me fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Because I'm just reading from the screen. Yeah, so kind of who you surround yourself with is really key. You know, it kind of goes into the scripture. Do you see a man/woman who is speedy in his/her business? He will serve amongst the kings and not the obscure people. And in that proverb, so Proverb 22:20, he's referring to surrounding yourself with positive people versus hanging around with the obscure people, which are the lazy people, which he basically says are the ones that end up being broke, the ones that don't want to do anything with their life. We're here to empower people. We're here to work hard. We're here to move everyone forward. And so where Team Dynamic is where you need to be. And so let's kind of move on. Does anyone want to chime in and add anything to that?
No, I think that's a great intro to the viral law number 1. I mean, I also got out of it that it's a futuristic result. Absolutely. So it's not necessarily the product that people are wanting. They want to know what they'll get. You know, what's in it for them, really. So what is the result? If they took that or joined that, what would be the end result?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's one of the key points that I was going to touch on, and that's really, really important, because what we need to take on board is whatever sales we're doing, if we're selling a product, if we're selling an opportunity, if we're selling hair tongs, you know, people don't really care about the product. That's just the honest truth. They care about what they're going to get from that product. So Vincent and Mark he actually teaches us, gives an example of a pen, which I think is perfect. He says that this is not just a pen, this is not a piece of plastic, this is something that you would be able to sign the contract for your new home. You know, he kind of creates that future vision for you, and so you then relate that pen with signing a contract for your new home, or you relate the pen with signing a contract for a new car, or signing your marriage certificate, or anything like that. So we need to learn how to basically get people's vision into the future, so they can then relate what we have, and we know what we have is really good, you know, because we've all taken that leap of faith, we've all gone into it, and we've all seen that we're getting a lot of value. So we need to basically communicate to everyone else and share what they would be able to get, and by doing that, we need to kind of touch on their future vision, what they want out of life. You know? Jen, do you want to add up? Hey, Nelza.
Hey.
Hi, Nelza.
Do you want to add anything on to that, Jen? Oh, you mean?
No, I quite agree with you. Sorry, I was just thinking about and it relates to something else I do. I was thinking about my courses, and I was always in the danger of telling people what the process was, not what they were going to get out of it at the end. And after watching this particular law, viral law number 1, it made me realise that all I was doing was saying, I'm going to teach you how to do this. And really, I shouldn't have been saying, I'm going to teach you how to do this. I should have been saying, by the end of this, you are going to have a lead generation website, you are going to have an online presence, you are going to attract the attention of all your customers, not, I'm going to teach you how to build a website. And it made me step back and think about and apply that to the things that I do online. That we're not teaching a process, we're teaching the outcome.
Exactly. Yeah. So it kind of goes back to the whole idea of the future, you know, and the futuristic result, because that's what people are really interested in. And the funny thing, I know I'm into the laws of attraction, and laws of attraction is all about looking ahead. You know, regardless of whether we have, this is one thing I wanted to touch on as well, in terms of like what we're doing on Facebook, for example. And the whole idea of attraction marketing versus basically like the general network marketing as most of us used to do before, is like, say if somebody is getting 5 likes, you know, for a picture, the truth of the matter is there's probably 50 people watching. You know, because there's a lot of people looking at what we're doing. I mean, my engagement right now has just gone off the roof, and the reason that is because there was time about 3-4 months ago I visualized this. You know, I planned for this. You know, even though I wasn't getting the likes back then, you know, I knew that this was going to happen if I remained consistent. And that whole idea of going back to Vincent Ortega's training in ILN, where he's talking about the consistency, the action, and what does a leader do? A leader is there. So what people are looking at, they're basically looking at you to think, how long are they going to be consistent? And you guys can scroll back 2 years, right, in my Facebook, and you'll see that I've been posting value every single day for 2 years, you know, and that accumulation and that speed, like Mark Robertson teaches, is the whole idea. That's what's going to catapult you forward. You know, by doing these things, I wasn't getting results in the beginning, and even the stuff that I'm doing on YouTube now, I've been playing around with this stuff for ages. You know, and I used to have the perfect keyword. I used to do all the right things. I wasn't getting anywhere near page 1. You know, and it's that whole idea of having that future vision that there will come a time and the compound effect will come into play. And once the compound effect comes into play, then things just start rolling. So people are watching that momentum, and it's that whole momentum. So once the ball keeps rolling, can't stop it. You know, and the beauty, another thing I wanted to kind of add to that about the training, like the ILN training is phenomenally powerful. You know, when I sit there, and this is why we're kind of, as a team, we're highlighting each spot, you know, each law, because within that one law, we could be doing a training for easily for 2 hours because it's so powerful. You know, once you understand the power within those words, just the law one alone can create phenomenal income if we really take that on board. You know, and the way I love the way they formatted it in where it's a step-by-step process. And this is why as TeamDynamic we wanted to get everyone together and have everyone go through the steps step by step by step by step, because that's how you grow layers. And as you grow layers, you become stronger. You know, and it kind of touches on like when you're talking to people that may be interested in your business, regardless of what that business is. Knows as a personal trainer, for example, if you're talking to a client, like what you need to do is ask what 5 possibilities would your product or your service bring to that customer, you know. And with ILN, basically one of we actually wrote down, and Vincent Jr. Ortega actually tells you to write down 5 key factors or 5 possibilities of results that will basically your client will get by engaging in your product. So number 1, I wrote save time. You know, because as you are online, this is the beauty about online. You spend time creating something, and so whether it's a blog, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's a Facebook post, whatever that is, you've taken that time, you've created it, it's out there in the World Wide Web. You could be sleeping, there could be somebody in America engaging with that post, you know. And so that whole idea of saving time is phenomenal. Number 2, I put the idea was to have more self-respect and a feeling of significance. And I personally get that from being partnered with the TeamDynamic and you beautiful people, you know, because we all kind of have the same desires and we're all focused on the same thing to empower other people. So that gives me a feeling of significance. The make money thing, everyone wants to make more money, and you can't not make money if you don't do the work. You basically need, if you follow the steps, you will make money in this. There's no way you cannot. You know, you can't turn around and say 2, 3, whatever months later, and if you haven't followed those steps, it's up to you, you know, because we've basically laid out, or the training has laid out a step by step by step. So if you follow it, you will make money at the end of it. So point number 4 is to feel part of a supportive community. This is something that I feel everybody wants. You know, everyone in the industry needs that. You know, that whole support of somebody simply just engaging on your post. You know, you create a video, you were really scared of creating that video, then you have somebody in that team coming back and saying, oh, fantastic video. That alone can encourage you to go and do another video. You've done another video, someone else is going to come and they're going to give you more positive feedback. You get the encouragement to go and record another video, and the more you record, it comes to a time that you just record and you don't even think about it. You know, so you're growing your emotional muscle, as they call it.
And also, sorry, it can be quite a lonely place to be at home all the time.
Absolutely.
When you're working on your own, and if you've got that strength of a network behind you and that team who are supporting you and driving you forward, all of a sudden it's not a lonely place to be. You've got people to bounce ideas off. You've got people to, if you're having a bad day, pick you back up, and you can do that for the rest of the team as well. And you can't, that on its own, the money that you pay as a subscription pays for that alone without anything else, without any of the awesome training. Just having the team there, you can call them up and go, oh, can you just give me a bit of, you know, a bit of a boost today? And it's just invaluable.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. And that's key. That's so important, just to have that community. And TeamDynamic, we offer that community. You know, and so let me just kind of close on that. So point 5, enhancement of meaning and purpose in their lives. You know, everybody wants that. You know, I've always wanted that. I've always wanted to help other people, you know, and so I've kind of joined various things, and I've got to be honest, like, how long has it been? I can't remember how long it's been for me personally within ILN, just under 3 weeks, right? The amount of engagement and the amount of people that I've been able to help has been insane. You know, I'm helping people, whether they're in Amway, whether they're in Basalis, whether they're in whatever company, right? People are finding me because they're seeing the stuff that I'm posting, and I'm getting messages almost daily. Giovanni, what are you doing? You know, can you give me advice on this? You know, I'm not pitching them. You know, I'm telling them, listen, I'm giving them value, and as I'm giving them value, they're the ones that are asking for my link. Like today, 3 people have asked for my link. You know, so right now I've seen that 2 of them have actually subscribed to my list. They haven't joined, but that's their choice. You know, so they're on my list, but they've put themselves simply from offering value. You know, so I kind of wanna. I don't. It's coming up to 9:30 now, so I don't want to take too much time. So I just encourage everyone watching this, contact the person that sent you this video and get started with TeamDynamic today. Just do it. You know, you're not going. Basically your mind is going to be blown. You know, I've been doing internet marketing for a while. You know, I've paid like crazy amounts of like higher end products and struggled trying to learn this stuff. And as soon as Kim shared this with me, and I looked at, because I understood the structure of the process. So as soon as I looked at this, I thought, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I've been looking for, even though I know a lot of the stuff that's on the kind of basic level, I know it, but for me to find something that can empower somebody else that doesn't have to go through that struggle of months that I went through trying to work this stuff out, you know, it just buzzes me up. You know, I just want to kiss the screen. It's just crazy stuff. You know? So ILN offers you that, and the beauty about it as well, you don't have to join ILN. You don't have to become an affiliate. Get the training, stay as a customer. The stuff that you're going to get, the mindset tools, you're basically being mentored by a 7- and 8-figure earner in the industry. And Mark Hoverson, all I will say is just watch one of his videos and your mind will be blown completely. This guy has given out secrets that other people I was going to mention the company, but I'm not going to. Other people in other companies charge thousands for half of the stuff that Mark is giving you on a $37 bloody trial. It's insane. You know, I've paid
free trial
for a product.
Free trial.
Yeah, and that's even worse. So you get a 7-day free trial. There's like it's crazy. It is literally crazy. I've paid $500 for one specific product, and one of the trainings in Pro. I think there's like 40-odd trainings in the Pro section. Just one of those is more powerful than the product I paid $500 for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've also spent loads of money on different self-development things, different business techniques, you know, all these different things. And here I spent, you know, $37 as an affiliate, was blown away, upgraded to Pro, been blown away even further, and now I've gone TLA because you just, you know, the amount that you're paying is just saving you thousands of what you would have to pay a mentor or pay somebody to show you that or buy their course. And so often the courses are not really up to scratch. And I mean, people pay, you know, $5,000 to spend an hour with Mark Hoverson, and we're getting it for $37.
Yeah.
You know, there's just no way to explain the value of what's inside ILN.
Yeah.
I also just want to reiterate what Giovanni has said. You know, we're TeamDynamic, and we're here to empower you and to help you achieve greatness. With whatever business you're doing, ILN and the community can help you do that if you engage with us. And we'd love to welcome anybody who's watching this video into our team. So get back to the person that shared this with you. I shouldn't say video, hangout. Whoever shared this hangout with you, and come and join us, and we'll, you know, we'll make sure that we get you started in the right way.
Awesome. Yeah. 2 minutes left. Do you want to close it, Jen?
Just before you close it, Giovanni and Kim, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we hear you fine.
How do you get those names at the bottom?
I'll tell you later.
Huh?
I'll tell you later. Yeah, I was basically trying to show everyone how to do that earlier. So yeah, I'll tell you later.
Cool. All right, cool.
All right.
But yeah. Hopefully
Awesome.
I'll be joining. Can I just say something? Hopefully I'll be joining you guys at Hangouts. The only day I can't join Hangouts is Tuesday evening. So if I don't join you guys on Tuesdays, that's the reason why. So I'll try and be on them from now on.
Brilliant.
a lot of people in Team Dynamic who haven't been able to make it, so we've made this available. So we're recording it, so we're going to make it available for everyone. So not everyone is going to make every hangout, so that's absolutely fine. But also one more point I wanted to add, before I forget, is the 5 in Vincent Ortega. He talks about the 5 different points that I outlined earlier. I encourage everyone to write those out and make sure you send them to your sponsor. You know, so your sponsor will be there to support you and to work with you and to develop those 5 points, because the quicker you can understand the power behind that, the more sales you're going to start getting in ILN, the more sales you're going to start getting in your conventional business, the more sales you're going to start getting in your fitness training, in your lawyers or whatever you do. You know, just follow the training step by step, never skip a step, because the stuff that's in there is basically designed in a way that it builds your muscles. You know?
Yeah, and what I was going to say to add on to that is, I mean, I admit freely, the first time I watched it, I didn't really absorb it. It didn't really go in. But when I went back again, the second time and the third time, and watched it again, your mind becomes more open to accepting the information that you're hearing. First, you think, oh, I don't really quite know what this is about, and oh, it sounds quite good, and then it becomes more and more powerful the more you listen to it. So it's don't sort of dismiss it if you listen to it once and you don't quite get what's going on. Go back maybe a week or two later and listen to it again, because it will start to make a lot more sense and become much more powerful to you the more you listen to it. Absolutely. And also, I'd definitely say, in Team Dynamic, we have our sort of 2-minute ultra reading videos, and they really help you to reflect on the information that you've learned, which is why we put them into the group. Because you find that when you have to reflect on something and you have to sort of speak it back to yourself, it sort of ingrains it even more deeper in your subconscious. So Absolutely. It's not a sort of a jumping through hoops thing. There's a really powerful reason that we do this, is just to make it sink in and sort of take hold on you, I guess you could say.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Join Team Dynamic today. Let's close it. I love you, Team Dynamic. You're beautiful. You guys have been such a help to me. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everybody. Let's do this. Let's go and empower some more people. We're out.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Good night.